So we're going to see if we can fix the UK's problems in this version. We're going to go on a new game and we are going to pick the UK. And we've got some stats here. We're not going to make any adjustments manually. We're going to leave everything like it is. But currently we have got a high state of debt and some low investment in the public services. So if I click play now, we'll load up. We're going to try and get rid of the debt, but do it fairly, and I guess become a more socialist state. So if we go on to the Labour Party, we've got the Labour League, we've got the New Left. Should we try being the New Left? And the Opposition Party, we want them to be... Who should we pick? Who should we pick? Guess we need... Well, we could go with the New Right then, I guess. New Left versus the New Right. Third Opposition Party, the United Left. Okay. We're going to leave everything as standard. We've got nearly 2 trillion of national debt to try and deal with, so let's play. Let's play. And see what we start off with. So congratulations on your electoral victory. We've got nearly just over 63 million people. GDP isn't doing so great. Unemployment isn't looking great. Crime's alright. Health, we've got really good. Poverty's quite low. Education's alright. We won the majority of 10%. So let's begin our term of office. Right, what can we do? We've got a debt of 1.8 trillion, which is a disaster, but I guess not so surprising after COVID. Currently got income of 130 billion, expenditure of 153, so that means our deficit is 23.86 billion. So at the moment, capitalists are not loving us at all, or religious groups, or the youth. So let's see if we can tackle this deficit first, but without decimating public services. So if we look at what expenditures, we've got state health service, that's going well. We don't kind of want to get rid of that. State pensions is a big burden. We have got an ageing population in the UK. State schools, reasonably well funded. Debt interest is a bit of a killer for us at the moment. And we've got a lot of other smaller expenditures. Right, let's have a look at income. Income tax by far up and away, followed by national insurance. Government borrowing is our third biggest income. Wow. We have got a graduate tax or student loans. Right, so there's nothing really obvious there to change, but our debt is going through the roof and has been for quite some time, so we need to find a way how we can reduce that without damaging lots of other things. So if we take a look at some of our new policies that we can have a look at. Yeah, okay. There we go. New ideas. Citizenship for sale. Diplomatic service, tourism ad campaign. Yeah, okay. Welfare, economy. Could encourage businesses, young entrepreneurs. Tax. Could implement an automation tax, ban crypto. So we've got a limited number of things that we can do at the moment because we have started the game, so we've not got enough political capital to start making radical changes. But what can we change first to reduce that deficit? Expenditure. We've either got two choices here. We either need to slash expenditure or we need to massively increase income. Income tax at the moment is at 41% on average. Payroll tax is medium. Government borrowing is ridiculous. Sales tax or VAT is at 25%. Property taxes are all quite low. Diverted profits tax. Okay, this seems quite fair way of raising some extra money. However, we have got to think how it will affect businesses. So if we went to the top, capitalists aren't going to be happy with that. Foreign relations dip a bit. Socialists like that. Self-employed like it. And it will only cost us 3 political capital and get us nearly an extra 3 billion a year. So let's go for that. Let's have maximum diverted profits tax. Because we want tax paid in the UK on money that's earned in the UK. So we're going to apply those changes. Seems fair enough. What else can we look at? We could look at inheritance tax. People aren't big fans of this. We could raise it somewhat from 23% to about 31%, but it isn't actually going to change a lot in terms of income. Expenditure. Well, if we look here, the automation tax isn't very popular at the moment. Enterprise investment, though, we could look to stimulate business growth by spending some of that money we're getting from the diverted profits tax. Although socialists won't like it, but it could boost our GDP. Let's go with that. Let's implement it. And let's give maximum investment. It increases self-employment opportunities, which could say is making people be able to make more choices than they currently can. Membership of socialism will go down. Let's go with that change. Okay, so let's apply that. So we're spending the diverted profits tax income there. And we could offset the foreign relations income hit from the diverted profits tax by implementing a tourism ad campaign, which doesn't, in the grand scheme of things, cost us a lot. So we'll go there. So we've got tourism up, foreign relations up, apply. We've got a little bit of political capital left. And business startup campaign, again, socialists might not like that, but it could spur on the economy. Or we could create a trade council, which in the post-Brexit world is really important to encourage that. But it's not as popular with voters as, for example, a national business council. Give strong voice to those in business. Or a business startup campaign. Boost the self-employed more. Let's go with that. Because that's costing under 100 million. So again, the extra income from the diverted profits tax will help us there. Let's apply that. Let's see how that goes for a turn. So, GDP looks like it's going to boost. Surgical strikes. Urgent policy question that requires immediate attention. Terrorists in the Middle East have started to attack vital pipelines owned by our companies, which indirectly provide us with fuel. In order to protect our oil supply, the army would like to start surgical strikes. I don't think we want to kind of go to a war at this time, so I think we should allow diplomacy to have a go first. Let's not engage. Oil supplies down, patriots aren't happy with that. Taking a little bite out of the deficit, not much to be honest. Oh. And approval rating is just 22%. The economy looks uncertain. Cabinet loyal. Right, so income here, let's have a check. Our diverted profits tax is going up a lot, which is good. It does have a small cost to it. Our expenditure, debt interest, it's the big one for us, isn't it? It is the big one for it. We have increased spending in other areas though, so we should be happy with that. Now, new policies, is there any new? An automation tax isn't that popular. It does affect technology. Frequent flyer tax, we don't want to do anything that affects GDP at this moment. However, we could consider micro generation grants, but if we actually focus at the moment on transport, because one of the problems there we've got is our oil situation, so we could actually look at a telecommuting initiative, which is not a low cost comparatively, but will help spur on an industry, also increase productivity and reduce the need for car travel. And it's very popular with voters. Let's go for that. Let's go to the max as well. Telecoms industry will be very proud of us. Reducing car usage, good for the environment. Let's apply. And tax, a packaging tax. We don't want to do anything that affects GDP too much at the moment, which a lot of these things will do. Micro generation grants, improves our energy efficiency, helps the environment. The energy industry aren't that happy with it, but as we know, in the middle of a crisis of energy going up, hits on our oil supplies, that might actually be a good idea, and it's popular, so let's go with that. Again, relatively low cost, but should help us in many ways. 3 left, is there anything else we can do? National Business Council to promote business, let's do it. To the max as well. Right, let's go, let's see how that's affecting us. Gender neutral restrooms. Yeah. Why not? Let's go towards equality. Religious conservatives aren't happy, liberal and youth are happy. Okay. Budget deficits stubbornly staying there. Approvals going up a bit. Global economy is in recession. That can be having an effect on that. Right. Let's have a monitor on this expenditure. What can we possibly... Foreign investor tax breaks. Military spending, state health service. $16, we're getting a bit more capital now. We could sell out and increase corruption. That probably isn't taking us towards our aims though of solving our big debt crisis. Don't want to make the economy uncompetitive. Economy, how can we stimulate? Helicopter money, give me money around. That can... I suppose workers on boards, trade council, technology grants, productivity go up, GDP, capitalist technology. Unemployment down. Let's go with some technology grants, you know. We're going to have to increase the deficit to ultimately increase productivity, technology, and get it down in the end, I think. I think that's going to be the best way. Grow out of a crisis. Automation tax is getting less and less popular, but I think that is one of our ways out of it. Certainly. Empty homes tax, things like this we can move on to if we can manage to get a bit more political capital. Now, What do the socialists want? Additional benefits. We've got, what's the main causes of poverty that we've got in our country? Because we can increase that. Sorry, decrease poverty, obviously. Then we can get more spending going in the economy. Minimum wage. By increasing the minimum wage, we could increase it and give it a 10% rise, which will increase poor income and increase wages. Slightly increases an uncompetitive economy, but let's see if we can get something through for that. What will happen now? Openly gay leader elected. Liberalism is up. We are progressing. Tonight's headline news for generations. Making candy for children, selling all over the country. It's a competitive business, but now stretched to break point as the company struggles to absorb price rise caused by the government's junk food tax. We just cannot stay in business with this tax, she tells us through tears tonight. I know the government's concerned about obesity and health, but the consequences for us are devastating. They've lost my vote for sure. We do need to adapt. We do need to encourage healthy choices, don't we? Budget deficit's going down slightly again, which is heading in the right direction. Popularity is going up, but global economy is in deep recession. We are growing our income, but we are growing our expenditure with our choices. How can we make things better? Respiratory disease is a problem, which is leading to increased healthcare demand from tobacco usage. How about, so tobacco laws are currently low at the moment. We don't want to change that to increase crime, but if we change tobacco tax, so we're currently at 23%, we could increase that up to 41%. It will get over an extra $1 billion in. We'll decrease tobacco usage. Equality does take a slight hit, poverty slight increase, everybody's slightly further down. But it does raise us a bit of money which we need at the moment, so let's go for it. It's going to use most of our political capital this turn, so let's see where we are. Tender gay wedding, of course we will. We want an open and free society. Liberal popularity's gone up. Situation imminent. Skill shortage on our hand if we don't act soon. Oh, education. We do need to work out how we can put more into education. We're so close to that trigger. Government's now only got 17.49 billion deficit. We are heading in the right direction. Popularity's unchanged. We're getting more support. We've got new members. Economy's doing okay globally, neither boom nor bust. Deficit down, but the debt, we're approaching 2 trillion rapidly. 2 million, if only. That would make it easy to solve. Right. Skill shortage on the horizon though. Now, state school expenditure is currently quite high. But if we increase that expenditure a lot, we're going to spend an awful lot. It probably is quite popular with everybody. But an extra 6 billion into education would have the effect of helping the poor, socialists, increasing education, decreasing poverty, decreasing unemployment, because we're providing opportunities. Higher education will get more state employees, more people employed. Capitalists don't really like it, and private schools will be obliterated, though there will be a slight amount of corruption, they estimate, from such an increase in funding. But this has to be our priority. Education, education, education. So let's do that. We look at new policies. City farms, as we know at the moment, food prices are insanely high. For a small amount of money, very popular with the voters, we can get more farmers, help the food price decrease. So Not seeing that there's anything not to like there. So let's go with it. And a trade council. Help increase foreign relations and international trade, boosting the economy. Why not? Let's whack that up. Let's see where we are. Absolutely ban cluster bombs. They aren't weapons that we want to use. Let's hit our GDP slightly, but Liberals are happy. One of the cabinet ministers is not happy. Wants high-speed rail subsidies. Don't really want to spend on that yet. We've got 15.84 billion deficit. Going in the right direction. Our popularity isn't really changing, but we have got more members and activists. Okay. So our income's increasing a lot, so is our expenditure. But if we can keep on boosting the economy, those taxes will bring in more money. You can see state school investment there has gone up. Carbon capture and storage will help decrease our CO2. Quantitative easing and helicopter money might provide a short-term boost, but we've seen how that can go horribly wrong. Workers on boards. Young entrepreneur scheme. Tax. Any other taxes we can get? Religious banknotes. Punitive tax on superstores. That does seem a bit. Plastics tax. Reduces oil demand, reduces income, reduces GDP. We don't really want to put pressure on GDP at the moment. Oh, how can we do this? How can we do this? Automation tax is getting less popular by the day. Generational wealth gap is a big issue at the moment. If we can balance that, can drive the economy up. Let's go for university grants back again. Let's go for it. Let's go generous grants. Again, education. Let's see. Because it'll reduce unemployment, reduce generational wealth gap as well. What's not to like? See where we are now. Oh. Argentina's gone into the Falklands again. Well, kind of. Someone's planted the flag. We'll have to bear that in mind. Angry car salesman. Car emissions policy limits. Well, we have to try and save the environment. Cars are now virtually worthless. Well, it's a bit exaggeration. Deficit is going up. Slight improvement in our approval rating. If we are to eradicate the debt, we do need to make sure that we win the next election. That's another thing we've got to watch for. The Angels of Heavenly Justice, an extremist religious group, are raising the head a bit. Right, but GDP is increasing, which is good. Education's also increasing. This deficit is stubbornly high though. We might need to start making some decisions about some of this expenditure. What should we do? Junk food tax isn't even that big, to be honest. And they were complaining about it before. Right. So, how can we stimulate the economy a bit? Technology and industrial automation, that can cause us other problems though. Rural development grants. Levelling up, you could call this, so it would increase car usage, stimulate GDP, decrease unemployment. Let's go for it. We're having to spend more here. I'm hoping spending lots more will help prove if you spend and grow out of it, it works. So we'll go with that. And if we increase the population as well, Youth Politics Council, Social Justice Foundation, helps society, people feel more integrated. Or a healthy eating campaign maybe. Free parenting classes. It's all pluses and it's popular. Let's go with that. Let's do this. It's quite a tiny amount of money in comparison. Let's see where we're going to with that. Randy Nelson wants helicopter money. Oh, I bet he does. It's very inflationary. I'm not sure we want that. Right, we refuse demand, we'll lose you. Minister's gone. Great. Let's find somebody else to do justice. Who have we got? Ooh. Looks alright. Not very experienced, but let's go with him. Fab. Cabinet sorted. Budget deficit's increasing again. Oh, we got more members signing up. Polls report is not promising though. We're stubbornly not rising, which is a bit of a pain. Disposable income. We're getting more down that end. Unemployment's gone down a lot for us. Right, same we're over here, we're in Liberal territory. Okay. Income's going up, but we're spending it. We're spending it. Temporarily. Could we reduce our spending there? We are going to have to start slashing things. Let's reduce military spending down as far as we can. We need to start really hitting this deficit. Because before we tackle the deficit, we can't tackle the debt. Let's go with that. Let's see where we're at. Royal scandal. Criticise the monarch. Oh, we've got to support the monarch, particularly in Jubilee week. Patriots, Conservatives like it, Liberals don't. Transport Minister's tired. Okay, poor voter perceptions. The resignations. Right, surviving the tax in your life is seen as good. Well, that's good. Oh, wow. We've taken a big hit there in our popularity. Oh, the deficit is being so stubborn. The economy. We could go with helicopter money. People are... Currency strength and poverty go down. Inflation goes up. If we did implement it, poverty would go down. We'd weaken our currency. But... poor earnings, the poor, GDP would go up, socialist, it does do a bit of inflation. Let's leave it at medium then and apply that. What else can we do? Let's have a look. Are there any of these problems we can start solving? Respiratory disease is kind of heading down. How can we improve the environment? What's this one here? Obesity. Oh, I would say we probably need to increase the junk food tax on this basis. Got it at 15% at the moment. If we increased it to 90%, It's increasing health. Youth aren't happy with us. What's this one? Got organised crime problem. Unexplained wealth orders. Doesn't actually earn us any money. Uncompetitive economy. Productivity. How can we spur that on? People's rights are taking that down, but that's not a reason to get rid of rights. Definitely not. This is very, very difficult. But we're now literally got big problems there. Health is a big problem. Take the state health service. We could increase spending a bit more. If we increase spending from 33 billion to 38. Poor happier, capitalist wealthier, less happy. Yeah. Unemployment goes down. Private healthcare is pretty much obliterated. Poverty goes down. Obesity goes down more. Let's go with it. I know we're spending a lot, but we need to try and sort this out. Tax on alcohol is already very high. Could help bring in a bit more money and take away some health problems. Health, we need to get health back on track. Reduce alcohol consumption if we raise it another 7%. Let's go. Right, let's see where we're at. A tourist has been murdered. Wow. It's not good, that's a crime problem. Shocking state of the armed forces. Well, that is understandable given our slashing of funding. Oh, this deficit is stubborn and we're not very popular. This is going horribly, horribly wrong as debt rises to 2 trillion. Organised crime is costing us money though. So let's think about this logically. If that's costing us money, let's use the intelligence service to hammer it. Let's use the intelligence service to hammer it. Yes. What else? Unexplained wealth orders. Let's do loads. If it's unexplained, it needs explaining. Reduces corruption as well, which some of the policies have slightly increased, so that sounds good. CCTV helps decrease crime and violent crime for quite a minimal cost. Face recognition, natural progression from that. Has a slight impact on crime, not a lot, but let's have it. Right, Freedom of Information question. Definitely, we'll have a Freedom of Information Act. Why not? Reducing corruption, increases liberalism, that's fine. Deficit is currently 16.01 billion, it's heading down again. GDP is up massively, which is awesome. Poverty down to record low levels. Crime is still a problem, but hopefully is going down. The obesity problem is heading down and then going up the other way. Ooh, debt interest is really, really killing us at the moment. An automation tax. Technology colleges. We're going to have to spend our way out of this by making the economy better and higher skilled. We are going to have to do this. to a youth politics council to get them more engaged, because they are quite happy with us. So if we can get those... Oh, no, they're not. Oh, dear. Right. Oh, well, you know. I thought they were. Alcohol awareness campaign, get alcohol consumption down. Let's do that. Increase health. Let's see where we're at. Credit rating upgraded. Perfect. This is a first really good sign. Major international credit agencies now increase your credit worthiness of your government. This is great news. It should result in lower interest rates for our debt and also result in a boost to our GDP. From a higher level of confidence by foreign investors, the news is also likely to please capitalist voters. Your current rating is now AA. Let's see if we can get that AAA back. Business confidence up, GDP up, capitalists up. Fantastic. Deficit is now the smallest it's been. Fantastic. How's the opinion? Oh, intelligence briefing. Not got effective security at the moment. We need to watch that out. But opinion polling. Wow. We're down there, aren't we? We are down there at the moment. Small business grants. Let's smash GDP up, I think. Let's do small business grants. Maximum. Got more self-employed people, more in control of their own income, their lives. Obviously that's become more popular after COVID. Capitalists like it. We get more self-employed, more income for capitalists. Fine, let's go with it. Let's spend, spend, spend. Whilst we've got that. Social... Oh, adult... Oh, no, we can't do that. I was going to say, increase the economy? Yes, sir. Witness protection program. Get organised and violent crime down. Absolutely. Let's do that to the max. It's quite a low cost there. So we get violent crime down, organised crime down, which is one of the biggies for us. And could be a bit of a vote winner. Cyberbullying campaign could be something useful to do. Boosting the environment. National Armed Forces Week. That could placate them because we've cut the funding. Although... just reduce things. We could tackle obesity with a cycling campaign quite cheaply as well. Increasing health. Let's go with that. Right, let's see where we're at. Transport Minister's tired. Okay, Russian ships are approaching. Oh dear, this is a consequence of cutting our military, but pollution, wow, pollution's gone up massively, probably because we've boosted GDP so much, to be honest. New major party donor though. Yeah, that will help. That will help. The upcoming election. Situation imminent. Gridlock. Traffic congestion up. Funeral of a police officer. Shot dead for confronting drug dealers on the street. Opposing armed police. Ah, so they're calling for more armed police. It's a touchy subject that. Deficit's going down still. Approval rating is disappointing. Organised crime is dipping, but nowhere near fast enough for us. Income tax is massively going up, so we're managing to stimulate the economy, but we need to sort out transport somehow. What can we do? What can we do? No one's a fan of congestion charging. State rail company. Rail usage would go down, productivity go up though. Rail usage down from the state rail company, it's not that popular, is it? Right. Economy. What can we do? Let's have a look at our current transport policies. How can we get cars off the road? Whilst not stopping everybody in the tracks. Don't want to let the roads fall to rack and ruins. That is not going to help us. Telecommuting's at its maximum. Car usage, what's contributing to that at the moment? We do need something on transport. Where are the good options? High-speed rail subsidies, decreased car use, decreased employment, increased productivity in international trade. Let's go with that. It's going to cost us a fortune, but let's go with it. We need it. Let's have a hyperloop, 340 miles per hour. Yes, please. Car usage massively down, commuters up, unemployment down, air travel down, international trade up, productivity up. What's not to like? We'll go with that. See where we're at now. Single-use plastic ban, yeah, let's go with it. Let's save the environment. Plastic bag tax income has dropped to 100%, but we don't have a plastic bag tax, so gridlock everywhere. That's not good. High-speed rail subsidies should help with that. Environmental protests are going to start. Now only 6% popular. We've got 19.01 billion deficit. The economy's doing well globally. Oh, I feel like we're making some slow progress on the debt and the deficit, but we've got big problems here. Big problems. In terms of our popularity, and we've not got long left till the election. By gum. Adult education, let's go. Let's get productivity up in the economy. All it seems to be doing here is spending more money all the time. This possibly isn't the best way to reduce debt. Merger, large company, create one of the biggest companies. No, let's block it. We want competition. Definitely. Environmental protests have sprung up. Great. We do need to do more. Budget report 22.11 billion. No. Things aren't going as well as we might have thought here, I would say. Oh, health crisis getting worse. Oh. Clean fuel subsidy. Spend more to help the environment. Where are we at? World Heritage Site? Oh, we've got World Heritage status. Tourism and patriotism is up. Fantastic. Gig economy. Bad situation is currently going to happen. I can't thank the government enough. Literally saved my husband's life. I'll vote for the New Left until the day I die. Praises the government policy on organ donation after for saving her husband after a tragic motor vehicle accident. Thank you. But we're still not popular overall. Traffic congestion. Could increase road building, couldn't we? Got other methods in place to decrease road usage, but it would start tackling traffic congestion in a big way. Reducing unemployment. Let's go. Airport expansion. Simply not enough capacity. Right, let's allow the expansion plans. Transport Minister is again considering maybe retiring. We're up to 11% now, so we're kind of getting more popular, but nowhere as near as we need to be, and we're hitting the deficit a bit, but not the debt. Right. We need to be a bit more redistributive here, I think. Now, we could raise it as high as 50%. Middle income earners will hate it the most. Equality will go up though. GDP takes a slight knock. But we will get nearly an extra £20 billion just as a temporary measure. Which we can't ignore at the moment, I would say. 82 points, let's apply that change. So we need to get this government borrowing down. Car tax, we could increase a bit to encourage more people to go on those railways that we're subsidising now, the Hyperloop. More money to put in roads, I guess. Let's see where that leaves us. Gay adoption, yep, we're going for equality, so let's support it. Liberal and parents happy, religious not so much. Still at 11% popularity. Currently got a minor budget deficit of 538 million though, so we are getting there with the budget deficit. So hopefully we can stabilise the debt around here and then start paying some of it off. We have increased expenditure massively. If we look at what can we cut? Cut foreign aid. Could cut foreign aid a bit at the moment. Maybe down to 1.2, which will help the Patriots that we've hammered. And just do this temporarily as well. Try and stabilise this budget. What else could we? Organised crime's costing us less and less all the time. Nuclear weapons we can't change at all at the moment. Road building, military spending. We lowered child benefit a little bit just until we get back on our feet. It would save us nearly £1 billion. Save us nearly £1 billion. Let's go with that. Right, let's see where we're at with that. Disputed territory repatriated, the Patriots are happy. So this must be following the Argentina-Falklands situation. Campaign speeches are available. Right, let's see if we can help out here. Right, that looks like a winner. We can pick up to 3, so let's pick that one. Socialists quite happy but low membership. Capitalists high membership, high happiness. Let's make them happier as well, because we need to convince them if they've got a big part of the membership. Needs must on this. Membership's 12%. State employees, we've got biggers. So let's help boost them as well. And we can do one more. Conservatives, poor. Let's do. What else can we do? We could try and get. Youth more on side. What should we do? What should we do? Let's try and get youth more inside. Let's go for it. Let's give the speech. Woohoo! That bit's going well. Yes. Hopefully this is helping a lot. Ooh, yeah, okay, we're staying steady there. That's alright, that's alright, that's alright. Yeah. Okay, that's really positive for our first campaign speech. The ups are more than the downs. Fantastic. Right, how's that affecting opinion polling? 12.4%. Not got much political capital because we've used a lot on speeches there. But we've got a surplus of 3.16 billion. So we have actually achieved our target of eliminating the deficit. So the debt will start slowly falling now. But it's going to take a long time at current rates. Is there any expenditure we can slash? At least things like debt interest will start going down. Hey, right. Or a way of increasing income. We do something that's a bit of a vote winner. Food stamps would help the poor, help health, help poor. It's going to cost a little bit, but let's go with food stamps. Food, basic right. Let's do that. Let's increase poverty. We'll be seen as more compassionate, which after reducing things like child benefit will help a bit, but ensure that food isn't taken off the table. So let's go with that and let's see where we're at. Airport connection. Main connection should be buses. Think of the environment. Perfect. Cynical voters. Changes to policy, food stamps, of course, they actually have made some of the voters cynical about your party. Well, needs must. Manifesto promises available. Cut income tax by 50%. Huh. I don't really want to make any of those pledges, I will be honest. Increase the farmers' happiness. Let's speak to the state employees. Let's give some boost to the self-employed. There's not many poor people left, which is a good sign of things. If we go for the youth as well. Let's see. That started positively. Definitely. It's going well. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Yes. Okay, the speech is definitely the best part of this term in office so far. I think that's pretty good overall. Young entrepreneur scheme. Won't cost a lot, but could help boost the economy. Let's go with it. Got surplus 4.92 billion now. Fantastic. Let's keep getting that surplus up. Ah, election day. I love politics. I made sure to tick all the boxes. Oh dear. Right, we are obviously the new left. We're up against the new right, the main opposition, and the united left. Let's see where we're at. I am very, very nervous. Oh, oh, oh dear. Oh, oh, wow. Well, I think it's safe to say that was an absolute disaster. We got 14.2% of the vote. The United Left, which was the third party, was stomped to power on 47.4%. So we were beating the main opposition party because they've only got 4.9%, but the third place party come up and we've got a lot of voter apathy here. You know, that is the difference between drawing for us and losing if they all voted for us, of course. But actually it shows that most of the non-voters were for the United Left. Wow. Well, if we look at a breakdown, So we are in green for the new left. Who did we win over the most? We won over the poor most, which, you know, was something we wanted to do, helping with debt. Who did we win over the least? Motorists. So we did hammer them a bit, and Conservatives, which is unsurprising, being a party of the left. Changes though. Changes in one term. Currency strength was up 55%. Air travel boosted to 52%. Poor earnings up 50%. That's a massive change. GDP up 45%. Education up 38%. Food price down 37%. Wages up 36%. The environment was being hammered a bit by the increase in GDP, no doubt. International trade went down. Poverty dropped over a quarter. Rare earth metal prices went up, impacting technology. Oil price dipped massively. Oil demand went up. CO2 went up. Technology went up. Crime massively down. Telecoms massively up. Thanks to telecommuting, high earnings also went up, so we're actually making everybody richer. Alcohol consumption reduced by nearly a quarter. Human development up nearly a quarter. Electric cars up. Gender equality up. Violent crime down nearly a quarter. Unemployment down a fifth, car usage up a fifth, generational wealth gap down 18%, productivity up 17%, traffic congestion up, cryptocurrency, we caused a bit of a spike in, private pensions up, industrial automation up, private housing, inflation up 13.62%, that's probably the first big negative we've really seen here. Was quite inflationary, that helicopter money. Stability went up though in energy efficiency, foreign relations, rail usage, foreign investment, tobacco usage down, corruption down, emigration down, healthcare demand went up slightly, but we did make it more available. Average temperature, we didn't do great on the environment. The environment and inflation are definitely our big losses there. Working week dropped 4%, illegal immigration dropped, equality went up, health did go down still a bit, as well as mental health and lifespan. Business confidence increased, democracy increased. Do you know what? Overall, that doesn't feel too bad. Overall, that doesn't feel too bad, but it wasn't popular, which is our problem. The political compass, it put us very much in a liberal, capitalist territory over here. Can we find any famous leaders over here? It showed that we were getting more liberal and more capitalist as time went on, really. But overall, we managed to eliminate the deficit, but unfortunately we couldn't win the election, so that's where we're going to leave it from here. Let us know if you can do any better. We might give this a go again, trying to eliminate the deficit this time, but without becoming really, really unpopular. Okay, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. See you later.